After returning to Saigon, another night bus brought me to Dalat, a town in central highlands. Dalat was one of the least affected towns during the war that lasted many decades. High in elevation, temperatures here are drastically low. No wonder it became a paradise for the French colonists. I had arrived in the wee hours of the morning when everything was dark and quiet. But as the sun rose and I began my exploration, I realized that this was a town unlike anywhere in Vietnam. Flatlands and rice fields were replaced by hills all around. Banana and coconut trees were replaced by tall pine trees. Not only the nature, but architecture was different too. The town is filled with French villas, massive colonial buildings, and European churches. Shan Hong Lake is in the center and at the lowest elevation. If you have a sense of height and keep going down, you'll eventually end up here. After doing a round of the lake, I walked to the cable car station about 3 kilometers away. I was the only occupant of my cable car. It took about 15 minutes to reach the top. The top hosts Thien Vien Chuk Lam Monastery. Situated among the pine trees and away from the city, it was extremely peaceful here. I joined the devotees in offering my respects and then sat down for a while. And then I hopped on another empty car to take me back down. Then a 25 minutes walk brought me to the crazy house. Built by the daughter of the second president of the United Vietnam, the crazy house features narrow winding stairs, confusing passageways, and very wacky architecture. The whole theme seemed tree-like, as if small rooms, passages, and stairs were sprouting through one giant tree. The next day I wasn't alone. With the company of 3 Chinese travelers I met in my hostel and 2 scooters, I left in search of more adventure. Our first stop came at the stunning Elephant Waterfalls. The river stream fell majestically on the smooth round stones covered in velvety moss. Ricocheting water particles created a misty haze. We began to wonder if it was possible to go under the waterfall. Turned out we could. Our next stop came shortly after, at a silk factory. First to greet us was a very unpleasant smell. There were 2 production lines. Women stood in front of the basins of hot water in which silkworm cocoons floated. Hot water helps separate the silk easily. We spent decent amount of time here, as if we were doing a process study of the factory floor, before deciding to continue on. Our final activity for the day was climbing Langbiang Peak. It was a fairly steep hike that took us through thick woods. Towards the end, we caught up with another group, some of whom I had already met in Saigon. At over 2100 meters, Langbiang offers a spectacular view of this region. It was a tiring climb, but well worth it. Coming across some familiar people made it even better. On the peak of Langbiang, I met Josette, a Filipino-American who became my long-term travel companion. With her, I completed the typical backpacker route, covering coastal Muine, ancient town of Hoi An, imperial city of Hue, before closing the Vietnam chapter in Hanoi. I remembered so many people back home asking me if I was okay traveling alone. To tell the truth, I was hardly alone. Couple of months in Vietnam had left me richer in that aspect. I had met travelers from all over the world, with whom it was always easy to connect. Now enjoying my last night in Vietnam with some of them, I was also gearing up for the little-known neighboring country. Laos was calling.